All right, good afternoon, traders. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. Now, before I get into the show, I really do want to thank all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Now, if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and do so. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical analysis. All right, as you know, we are going to go over the SPY. Then we are going to go over one stock that I've been in for a while, for a couple of weeks. It's more of a swing trade. We've had a really good day on it. I wanted to go over that and give you my opinion on that stock. And then I will give you the three stocks that I think are technically setting up real nicely going into tomorrow. All right, with that, let's check out the SPY. So as you know, today we made that nice 52-week high in the SPY. We did hit this upper Bollinger Band, which usually indicates a overbought situation. But I'm not really too concerned. These overbought situations, as you can see, can continue for a while before we see any significant pullback. So again, we're in this overbought situation. Watch these key levels, this 10 SMA and that midpoint Bollinger Band right down there at 380. So there is a high probability that we are going to pull back at some point. But again, guys, the path of least resistance is higher. There's no shares traded above us. That means there's not going to be that selling pressure that we may see in something else, for that matter, in a stock that's had its high and is trying to work its way back up. Okay, so again, you're going to see a lot of buying going forward. There's a lot of money on the sidelines. It's probably again, a high probability that we are going to pull back, but we are going to continue to grind higher. Okay, that is the SPY. All right, with that, let's check out the one stock that I did get in a while back, and it's performing really well for us. And hopefully, you guys got a piece of it. And it's MARA. So MARA was up 42% today. Again, on this one, we're hitting this upper Bollinger Band. As you know, this usually signifies a overbought situation, but these overbought situations can go on for a very, very long time, right? I mean, we can have massive runs. Look at GameStop. I mean, it went from essentially 10, 15 bucks all the way to over 400. So again, I'm not suggesting this is going to 400, but I'm just trying to prove a point that these overbought situations can run for a while. And again, we're in this new territory where there's no resistance above us. We're making new 52-week highs, so no one really knows where sellers may want to step in and start selling. Okay, so that is the MARA. If you're not in it, put this on your list. See if you can get this on a pullback. Now, if you are a believer in Bitcoin and 40,000 plus for a coin is a little too much for you, I think this is a great way to have that exposure without having to put all that money into one coin. Okay, that is MARA. Now, if you don't know the story, please go do your own due diligence. I really do think you're going to come to that same conclusion that I have, that this stock is extremely undervalued, and 1 year from now, 2 years from now, the stock should be a lot higher than the prices are even today. All right, that is MARA. All right, with that, guys, let's go over the three stocks that I think that are technically setting up to move higher tomorrow. First one's going to be GOEV. All right, GOEV, that is Canoe. They're a manufacturer of electric vehicles. If you haven't heard of them or haven't seen them, do yourself a favor, go to their website. They have some videos on YouTube. They have a really, really cool product. But again, we are talking technicals here, okay? So GOEV had this really nice gap on Wednesday, right? Friday, gap down. We had this little sell-off here today. And now, guys, we're getting this, this is really attractive to me. We're not too far from this 10 SMA right here, right down here at 1637. So for tomorrow, I am going to see if we can hold today's low tomorrow. I will be a buyer, that meaning I will wait for that first 30-minute candle. I will give it that first 30-minute candle time frame to see if it makes that lower low. Now, if it does make that lower low, I wouldn't be a buyer, or let's see if there's some support right down here at that 1634. Okay, so again, if you see support, that first 30-minute time frame, and it starts grinding higher, I'm going to be a buyer, and then clearly use that 1634, 1630 area right there as my stop out. Okay, that is GOEV. Second stock in the queue is CURI. CURI had a lackluster day as well. This one made that 52-week high back here in mid-January, came back down, hit that lower Bollinger Band. Now it looks like it wants to fight back higher. Had this down day today. Now, It's at a key level. We're right here at this midpoint Bollinger Band, at 10 SMA right here. So again, for tomorrow, see if today's low holds, and if it doesn't hold, let's target this 10 SMA right down here at 1740. You're going to see a lot of support right here. I'm going to put an alert set right there. If we take it out, I will be a buyer and then clearly use any close below that 1740 as my stop price. Now, excuse me. Now, if this were to gap higher a little bit and start taking out that first 30-minute time frame, right in the morning, I am going to be a buyer and then clearly use again that 1730, 1740 area as my stop. Okay, that is CURI. Last stock on the list is one that we have played in the past, the CVM. This one's looking really, really nice going into tomorrow. If we take a look, it made that 52-week high of $40.90, came back down, hit that upper Bollinger Band. Looks like it was going to take off again, but then again, look what happened. We came back down and tested this 10 SMA, held it for the last 4 trading days, and now it looks like it wants to run back up to this midpoint Bollinger Band. So for tomorrow, guys, watch that first 30-minute candle. If we gap down, gap lower, do not be a buyer. If we do see a nice little pullback in the morning, be a buyer, okay? And then use this 10 SMA right here, which happens to be at 22.37 as your out. Okay, that is CVM. Be a buyer above that first 30-minute candle. Use that $22.37 as your stop price. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Again, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. My name is Eric. If you have any questions on technical analysis, please leave it down below, and I'll make sure to get right back to you with any questions you may have. Okay, guys, again, thank you for all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, if you're not a subscriber and you happen to be watching the show, go ahead and do so. I really do think you're going to get a lot of valuable information from my technical setups. I give you the ins, why we're getting in. I give you the outs, our stop price. I pretty much do all the heavy lifting for you. All right, guys, have a great night. We will see you tomorrow after the close. And remember, trade smart and be safe.